Live now. It's too late.
Oh,
hey, everybody. I'm here with Patrick and Zach. Oh, now he's playing the videos for me. Oh, my gosh. So you get somebody in here with one guy with admin settings, but instead now we got 3 or however many. That's all right. Hey, everyone. We're going to talk Hackathon and how things are going. Hey, Wissam, how you doing, man? We got people in the chats hanging out, saying hi. I don't know anything about the Hackathon this year except for the prep that's got into it. So I'm excited to kind of learn how things are going at the halfway point. We'll have Steven joining us too a little bit later. And Melody said she might, but I don't think she will because of time zone stuff. But they're welcome to join. If they pop in, the more the merrier. We'll keep it casual. We'll kind of go through and find out what's going on with the Hackathon and chatter. So, yeah, how is the Hackathon going? No. First, let's start with an intro. Give people a chance to kind of come in. Oh, dang. NZ, is that New Zealand? That's far away. Hello, Kiwis. Welcome. Always. So let's start with a question. Was that you? Is there an echo from you, Patrick?
No, I was muted right there, so I don't think that was me.
Maybe me.
All right, we'll play with it. Thanks. Let us know, and we'll adjust settings as we need to. Zach's got a whole new setup. That's why you can see his, beautiful brown eyes. He's got a new camera. Oh, look at all that. Oh, man. You got a little Steven Universe thing going on, man. You're like, the big smile. You got a sparkle coming. Hey, everybody. People are coming in. Okay, Patrick, Zach, intro question. What is your optimal battle station, your workspace? Like, what does it look like? You don't have to, it's not what you have now. You don't have to show us, but like, what's your optimal?
So I've actually been going back and forth between this. Right now, I have this big 34-inch ultra wide, and like, I love it. It makes me feel like some shadowy super coder. Like, it's like just like wraps around everywhere. But I kind of miss having all the snap points with 2 screens. It's nice to like flip through. So I'm thinking I want to go back to 2 screens. I like having my Chainlink mug filled with coffee. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely a coffee fiend. I can do like matcha tea sometimes. Yeah,
I'll get some tea right now.
Exactly.
Oh, you can hear it.
Exactly.
No. Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Wait. Is that you have like a tea station right next to? Okay, all right. That's
I drink a lot of caffeine, Patrick.
So you got straight coffee pouring out.
No, I'll show you. Yeah. It's tea, but it is like a full-on carafe.
That's awesome.
Through it, Ben. Yeah, you got to get that energy going.
Cool. I threw the headphones on just to make sure that we're good here. Yeah.
Cret over here is wearing Chainlink robes. Here we go. Wearing Chainlink robes for the session. Fantastic. Oh, Javier's in the house. Hey, Javier, how you doing? Oh, Michael, this is a great question. I'm working on a Q&A, a YouTube demo with the AWS folks to come in and talk. So that is currently on the books for November 22nd, but I think that might move. But keep an eye on the smart contract Twitter. We will schedule that, and we are having them on. So tune into that. Good question. Absolutely having them on. Patrick, as people come in, what's your optimal battle station?
My optimal battle station is kind of right where I am. I almost have exactly my battle station. The only thing that I need is I currently have 3 whiteboards in here because I like to doodle. I like to have like what my goals are. I like to have where my progress is. But I want those like digitalized. I want to be able to like save my whiteboards, and I want to be able to like store them and pull other stuff. So I just want like my room to be covered with screens. Mm-hmm. And they're all whiteboards and they're all touch screens that I can draw on all of them. And I just want everything covered with screens. And I have the big iMac, like 27-inch monitor. I also want a second one though, so I can like flip the stuff on the side. Because right now, whenever I do like a streaming or whatever, I just like I have like 4 or 5 windows just like all over my giant screen, which is fine. I used to work at a place. They gave us like the rounded monitors, which were so sick. And so like maybe have a rounded monitor or another monitor. That's my ultimate battle station.
See, I feel like there's a difference between developers and writers. Like I'm a writer fundamentally and a streamer, and I don't want a wraparound. I want things in different places. So like right now I'm just doing this. I'm only doing this. And I can like go to stuff if I need to, but like I don't want a million things easy to access. If I have that, I won't get anything done. Like I'll get distracted here. So, anyways,
I need the docs up. I need my code up. I need the YouTube tutorial that I'm following up. I need everything up.
I only need Twitter up so I can follow Patrick on Twitter, see what he's tweeting about, and and Slack, the good old Slack.
Perfect.
Somebody else had a great question. Michael had another good question about ENS. ENS and Chainlink are integrated. I can't remember how. Patrick, do you remember this one? Or Zach, do you guys know this one?
Zach, yeah, I was gonna say, Zach, you might know better than me, actually.
From my understanding, we have ENS integrated in with the feed registry. Is that correct, Patrick? Like,
That
isn't
sounds right.
that?
Yeah, so yeah, that's you can do like, what is it? USD ETH data feeds or something in your I'd have to check the double check the docs, but yeah, something like that. Which
Yeah,
is
so you can
super sick.
Yeah, instead of copying in like the ETH address for a given node, right? It's just the ENS version of it. So there's natural integration on there, Michael. And there's definitely Google that one, or I don't know if I have a moderator here, somebody to add that, but we've got a blog post up about that. We'll try and find that here in a minute. But yeah, there is an integration there. Zach, were you going to say something else too?
No, yeah, I was just gonna say it's super slick. The feed registry is awesome. You can basically look up your price feed based on the names of the pairs, which is a lot more intuitive for a lot of people. So definitely check it out. It's in the docs.
Awesome. Hey, everybody, we're going to get started properly. We're talking hackathon and doing a little check-in, but these questions are actually cool. It's like we're just answering in real time some of this stuff. Nishith has another one. Any tutorials on external initiators other than the docs? Yes, there are blog posts. I think there's a couple of them on the Chainlink blog. So external adapter is the term I think you want to look. External adapter Chainlink blog, and some stuff will come up. I think that Patrick wrote a year ago or so. But let's get started.
And one showed up that Harry just did for this hackathon. So definitely be sure to check that out.
All right, I'm gonna find that. While you guys start answering questions and chatting with me, I'm gonna go find those and drop them in the chat there. Or audience, if you're viewing, be a helper. We help each other. If you find that blog post, go ahead and drop it in there. That'd be cool. Here's what we're doing today. We're doing a catch up on the hackathon, Chainlink Hackathon. The biggest ever is going on right now. Patrick and Zach on the DevRel team for Chainlink Labs. I am not on the DevRel team, but I love the hackathon. So I'm just like catching up with the fellows and finding out how are things going? What can people still do? We're going to talk some best practices, talk some cool stuff that's coming out, and why this one is special, and answer your questions when they come up, because now we're having questions and it's good to talk to our amazing developer community. Always enjoy that. This is a new year, a new hackathon with all sorts of new prizes. Zach, Patrick, can you guys go a little bit and talk a little bit about the prizes and just like what's happening? What's the schedule of events happening this year?
Yeah, sure. So, we have more prizes than ever before. If you go to hack.chain.link, you can view all of them. The grand prize is bigger than ever at, $30,000. And we have a couple of new, really interesting prizes. A couple that I really like are an all-woman team prize. So, we want to push for diversity in the smart contract world. So I think that's an awesome prize. If you're a team of all women, definitely go for that one. And a really interesting one is the Chainlink Services prize. So, we have this awesome thing called decentralized Oracle networks, or DONs. And with DONs, we can do anything with them. Typically people think data feeds. As we've seen coming online, we have VRF, we have keepers, any API. But this is really an opportunity for anyone in the hackathon. If they have this awesome idea, like I want to compose a DON that does anything, you can build that, and it could be the next Chainlink product.
Do you have to source your own nodes for that?
Yeah, you would have to source your own nodes. You can, go on market.link, maybe demo it with just one or two of your own nodes at first, just to see how the service is working. You could even maybe do it with any API and go through a single node, and then, kind of whiteboard out how you would architect the DON.
Cool. You talked a little bit about prizes, a little bit about the different categories. Patrick, we've seen some pretty incredible categories over the years. Like I've been here for a decade. It's been like a year I've been here, and I've still seen some amazing stuff happening here. So anything that you've seen coming down the pipes, any like really just interesting ideas that you've seen for any of these new categories, or any of the old as well? You don't have to like tip your hat to everybody, but some things that you've seen that have inspired you a little bit.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, the thing is in this space, and I hate to say it because I'm going to sound like, I'm giving out participation trophies. At the end of the day, there is so much in this space that has not been built or hasn't been built well or could have new features added to it. So like literally every time someone says, hey, I have this new idea to do X or Y, my answer 99% of the time is yes, build that thing. That sounds super sick. Like 99% of the time, you hear people talking about, hey, I'm looking to build this new game, right? We've seen Axie Infinity explode, and it's been a ton of fun. And it's been literally people's incomes now. Like that's what they do as their job, as they play, an NFT, a blockchain-based video game. Gaming is absolutely insane. People are always looking for really cool DeFi stuff. And now that kind of we have some, well, I don't want to say like some standard DeFi tools, but we have some tools, like Aave, like Compound, like Synthetics, these composable pieces that people go, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I'm going to make this charity app, and I'm going to have everyone who deposited in here will stake it on or stick it into Aave for a little bit, have it accrue some interest, and then pump that interest into like some charity thing, right? The DeFi is this insane thing. DeFi gaming, it's just, the list goes on and on and on, right? For me, a lot of people center around what I call the big four, which is going to be DAOs, DeFi, gaming, and NFTs. And then maybe you could say the big three if you combine NFTs and gaming into one. But most of the projects that I see, most of the ideas that are pitched are around that. And to me, that says people really understand what we're doing here. And they really understand the industries that we as a community have created. And just, there's crazy stuff, amazing stuff being thought of, amazing stuff being trialed. And I could keep ranting to you guys, but I'll slow down there. I'll stop there.
No, I just want to echo that. I mean, there's stuff I'm seeing because I haven't peeked into the hackathon yet. I just see every day on Twitter some new project. Constitution DAO. Did you guys see that one? Oh my gosh, it's like a great idea.
Wait, what?
They're just pulling them. It's a DAO. They're pulling money to go buy a copy of the Constitution, the U.S. Constitution, the real.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Like that's it. And they're gonna donate it to music. It's super cool. Anyways, one of the things I've noticed, and I talked to Melody a little bit about this when she came on the Chainlink podcast, was the welcome track. So this is a new addition. Will you guys talk a little bit about the welcome track? What is it, first of all, and why do you have it this year?
Yeah, so basically, new engineers feel the imposter syndrome pretty hard when they come into not just blockchain, but really any industry at all, right? If you're like 3 months into learning JavaScript, right? There's probably 10% of those JavaScript developers who are going to say that they're actually a JavaScript developer. Every other JavaScript developer is going to be like, oh, no, I'm just learning. I'm not a JavaScript developer. And then you get the 10% and they go like, no, I'm a JavaScript developer. Yeah, I've been doing this for like 2 days. I'm a beast. But the thing is, especially in blockchain, just by nature of you being here, like you're welcome, like you're accepted, like you are a developer. You attending workshops, you following any of our tutorials, you reading the documentation, you having deployed a smart contract, in my mind, I consider you a blockchain developer. And so the reason that we made this welcome track was really just to encourage people to participate and submit something. Because the other thing is a lot of people see these huge prizes and they go, that's kind of scary. Like, I don't really want to compete with, these crazy projects that have gone on to do amazing things. I'm not there yet. And so it's saying this hackathon isn't just for people looking to win, massive amounts of prizes, which, Zach was saying grand prize, $30K, total prize is like $500,000. So there's just a ton of money here to win as well. But even if you're not here to just win money, even if you're here to learn, you're here to network, you're here to do whatever, we put prizes in this hackathon for you saying, hey, yes, show up, participate. That's exactly how you get started. And yeah, down the line, you can go ahead and try for the bigger stuff or whatever. But we put the welcome track in to say, hey, we want to encourage you to keep learning. And there are prizes for you to win, as someone new to the space.
Did you win your first hackathon that you joined, Zach?
Not at all. I barely even submitted anything to that hackathon. But, it was an amazing learning experience. This is when I was like really starting out, and I'm a self-taught programmer. So, it was a great learning experience. I met a lot of people, and everyone there was like super down to help. They were super understanding, and like, it was a great experience. Ate a lot of pizza.
How about Patrick? Did you win your first hackathon?
No, I didn't even submit. I was one of the nerds who didn't submit. And looking back, I'm like, oh man, I should have just submitted. No,
now you've seen the submissions. You're like, just submit
no,
whatever what you got,
yeah.
right?
Well,
Partial work counts for hackathons.
Yeah, although my first hackathon ever was this hackathon in Boston, and it was with a bunch of like crazy smart kids, right? And like I show up because my buddy was like, hey, like let's go to this hackathon. Like it was called like Bean Hack or something. I still have the t-shirt. And we go, and like I knew like how to do print statements. I knew like nothing. I knew a little bit of JavaScript. And so it was for a weekend. It was like one of those hackathons where like you don't sleep. You literally like are up the whole time. And so it was me and a couple other buddies. We all were terrible. We all were like first, second year CS students. No idea what we were doing. And after the weekend, we ended up creating like this terrible website with pure HTML and JavaScript. We called it Click If You're Awesome, where you just click a button. It counts how many times you click. And there's a 60-second timer. It's all front end. It was really junior. I was super proud. I was like, oh, this is so sick. But we didn't end up submitting. Part of the reason why we didn't end up submitting though was because there were people there who were like, yeah, like we integrated this coffee maker with a payment platform on Bitcoin. This was back in like 2014, and like nobody knew how to do Bitcoin, and you had these like 19-year-olds being like, yeah, it's a payment platform in Bitcoin, and like it's connected to your phone via GPS, and it can also read the future and predict your mother's birthday based off your freckles on your face. And I was like, click if you're awesome.
Yours is actually a magic 8-ball that you have to shake and look and see. Oh, is this supposed to be on a computer? I'm sorry. Yep. I wonder if people, if they're relatively new to programming and, this whole industry, not just this industry, but the whole tech industry, I wonder if people know how much incomplete code actually gets shipped as products. Like incomplete things ship and are in the app store live and make money all the time. Like that's just a very real thing. It's called technical debt. It's a well-known thing in the industry. Like, okay, you ship it, you make it work, and then you go back and fix it later. So having that as part of a hackathon, like, sure, maybe it's not perfect. Maybe it's not even close. Maybe it's just a button that click if I'm awesome, but like ship it. Somebody will, use it and view it and check it out. And if they don't, you'll learn a lesson. And if they do, you'll learn a lesson. And that's the point.
Unless you're a DeFi protocol handling money, maybe go through the audit process and stuff. But if it's like a silly thing, ship it, submit it, go for it.
Yeah, but ship it on testnet, right? Like
absolutely.
All that stuff.
I guess ship it is an overloaded term a little bit. Can mean a lot of things. Yeah, send it to testnet. Hell yeah, absolutely.
Send it. All right, I can jam with that. So it was really awesome to see that welcome track as well. Of course, many well-established developers and teams, people kind of come together to do awesome projects. We've seen some of those, winning projects in the past. D-Bridge won. Was that earlier this year? Was that the spring hackathon?
Yes, it was.
I just came across their thing again and just remembered how cool theirs was. So lots of awesome projects I'm looking forward to, as well as beginner projects. Great to see both of those kind of coming through. How has it been? How has participation? I know you guys are busy. That's all I know is you guys are busy, but I've been out of the Discord. Is it manic? I heard it's more registrations than we've had before. What's going on?
It's definitely keeping us busy. But it's been great. I mean, people are active on the Discord. They're talking, they're asking questions, and they're asking a lot of good questions. And we're getting a lot of people that are coming in that are, I feel like this time, even more like comfortable asking, beginner questions, which I think is awesome. Like, I don't know anything about Chainlink. Where do I start? And people can point you. And I think that's really cool. And getting a lot of questions on Stack Overflow. Been busy with the workshops. We had a ton of awesome workshops at the beginning. So if you have any questions about how to do anything, look to see if there's a workshop on it. I guarantee you there's most likely a workshop on it. And those are great, complete walkthroughs.
Yeah, we go through literally everything. And so for those of you in the hackathon, Midway check-in is due by Wednesday. So I'm looking at the forums right now. It looks like right now we have about 200 people who have completed the Midway check-in, which is great to see. Everyone who submitted that is eligible for swag. So definitely make sure to submit your Midway check-in by Wednesday. And so that's 200 teams at least. And they got still 2 more days to do the rest. So yeah, we have maybe 8,000 registrants, 200 teams. That's pretty typical for what we see for drop off. But yeah, looking to see the rest of the people who submit for the for the Midway check-in, because I think we only sent the email today, or we're sending it today. So still have a couple days to finish that out.
Now, one of the things that you guys, I was talking to Melody about, is there's still time to register. Like it's Midway check-in point, but you can start now if you haven't started. So I know nothing about how this works. Explain that to me. How do I start now when it's already been going for a while?
Yeah, so it's same as if it had just started now, right? You sign up, you jump in, you start building, right? The workshops are all recorded. They're all online. Discord's still there. Stack Overflow, Stack Exchange, ETH questions, they're all going to be there. So that's pretty much it. Just start as if it just started.
For my Midway check-in, I just say, I just started, but who cares?
Yep.
I'm still going. And you guys would be like, rock on, let's go.
Pretty much, right? And even past the Midway check-in, even past Wednesday, you can still register. You won't be available, you won't be eligible for the swag, but that's okay because you're still eligible to participate. So it doesn't even matter.
Wissam, I see your I lack ideas comment. Hang out. Okay, hang out and spend time. The ideas, there's too many things that need to be built. And when you're in the space for a little while, Patrick mentioned this earlier. Now it's like every idea that you have is like, well, somebody should build this. Somebody should build this. Somebody should build this. And there's always that somebody. I'm always looking for somebody as well. Kunal, same for you. Spend some time in the space. Here's what I'm going to do. Actually, I've started. I do a bunch of Q&As on YouTube and on the podcast. I'm going to be asking founders, what do you wish somebody would build at a hackathon? So I'm going to feed you guys ideas for the future, to get a real juicy one. And then of course, any idea that's been built, just build another version of it. Like do your take on it. There's room for forks in this space. There's room for a bunch of product overlap. That's how the world works, is there's competition and there's different takes on things. So copying is a great place to start, and extending is a flattery for a project, and extending that creativity as well. Zach, how about you? How do you get ideas?
Yeah, I was just going to point out to people, a good resource that I like to point out in all the talks is one of our blog posts, the 77 use cases of smart contracts. And if you just like have no idea and like you don't know anything, read that, and it can give you a lot of inspiration, just like on different industries that smart contracts can impact. I think that's a great spot. And of course, to go off what you were saying, Andy, yeah, if there's an app that you see or a dApp that you see out there and you think you could do it better, do it. And there's a lot of dApps out there that still haven't integrated any Oracle functionality, and they could sure use it. A lot of room for like keepers adoption, price feeds. Go for it. Like think to yourself, I wonder how an Oracle service could improve this current dApp, and that might give you a good jumping point for the next dApp that you want to make.
Find an API that you like. You got some data that's an API. Build an external adapter and have a dApp that triggers based on that API that's on chain. I get weird, right? You're big data people. Go and look into, whatever cool stuff is on, some of those data competition websites, those big data competition websites, whatever they're called. And see if you can pull APIs in. There's just a ton of ideas, and you can get weird. You can do like basically an awesome clicker, an off-chain awesome clicker on chain. Somebody hits 10,000 awesomes. Yes. You get an NFT that verifies on chain that you are digitally awesome. I just put the 77 use cases blog post in there. The link says 44 ways because it used to be 44, but we jacked it up and added new use cases. There's another one too. And SmartCon, Balaji announced a competition for an inflation metric, an on-chain inflation metric. That I haven't seen that idea yet, but that would be a killer hackathon piece. Is go find a way to measure inflation and get that on chain in a decentralized and transparent way. Boo, you can do that. There's some serious prizes to win there. It's a hard challenge, but it's a really cool one. I would love to see that.
I feel like one of these days we should just have an idea rapid fire where it's just like 30 minutes of just like, hey, here's something you could do. Here's how you would do it, and here's the tools you would need. Boom. All right, next.
I'll bring the ideas. You bring the tools. We'll get all hopped up on our tea and Chainlink mug. Was there that's a good idea? Should we do that?
Well, I was gonna say that actually might be kind of wild. Like we could do like Andy, you pitch random ideas and we can see how quickly we can build an MVP. That might be kind of fun.
Let's do it for the next hackathon, and maybe leading up to it, because people like want to get those ideas early. Maybe.
That would be wild too, right? You just have like random suggestions from like commenters. Hey, let's build like something really random, and then we'll be like, okay, like here we go. Here's what the front end. Here's what the smart contracts look like, and like boom, real. We'll dumb it down real hard, but to make it easy to do in like 30 minutes or something. But that might be sick.
I love that idea.
Listen, this is a good idea. A professional social network on chain, NFTs. See, can you pull a LinkedIn API? I don't know. Like, there you go. There's an external adapter. There's some connections there. What I would be interested in is I don't really care about most of the LinkedIn stuff, but I like the connections, like just that it's a first degree or second degree or third degree connection. I think that's just a cool data set, regardless of where people work and all that. But that could just be a fun data set to play with where, I don't know, credit scoring, but they're in your network and you know that. I don't know. That might be fun stuff. Somebody asked about the Chainlink mug. I don't know. I don't remember where I got this. I've been here a while. Is there any sneak peek on the swag available, or is that all like tamped down top secret stuff? I love swag. No, Zach?
I'd say, just keep attending Chainlink events like the hackathon and see what you get. I actually don't have any visibility. I'd love to give you a sneak preview, a little alpha leak on swag, but I know there's always some cool swag given out. The hat. Oh, the hat. Love the hat.
All right. We'll see what
Bam.
we can get.
Oh, looking for. All right. Now I want to get my hat.
Yeah. Now I got the hat. I got the mug. I got one of the new shirts from NFT NYC, but I stained it immediately. So I ruined it. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. Sorry, guys. We're just getting off on a tangent because I wanted this to be chill and I wanted to have fun. Now, see, I used to wear it with the shirt, but I felt like I was too much. I'd get on a Q&A with a project and I'd be shoving Chainlink at them. So I like Zach's jersey, though. That thing is super sick. All right. I missed some questions here. So if I didn't answer your question, Melody is on. She's on the comments. She's not coming on. But if there is a question that I missed and you guys want to ask it again, feel free to drop it in there. We're still tracking those.
What stream? What protocol is this for? I can't tell. There's not enough branding on stream. I think we need more. We need more link branding. I can't tell. Is this a Chainlink stream? It's unclear. It's unclear to me.
This is a hexagon stream.
Hexagon lovers.
Pro hexagons. I'm looking at the Hackathon website and I'm looking at the schedule. On the 19th of November, it says there is a scavenger hunt. What is a scavenger hunt? And what?
Oh, yes. All right. So here's the deal. On chain, everything that's on chain is what? It's visible. It's transparent. Everybody can access it. Everybody can see it. This is unideal if we wanted to do something like a scavenger hunt. Now we can do some clever stuff like, okay, like it's hidden in the bytecode or it's hidden in this weird thing or it's at a certain storage location or something. That's cool. But what's cooler is and actually that's something that's known as security through obscurity. So you just make something kind of obscure and you don't know where it is and it's hard for people to, find it or whatever. So Chainlink obviously is an off-chain technology that brings data on-chain. So what you can do is you can have a password basically for a piece of data, right? And you can create a puzzle and somebody on-chain will submit the answer to that puzzle. The Chainlink node off-chain will verify if it's right or not or wrong, and then return yes or no, basically. So with that in mind, you can create scavenger hunts where the answer isn't on-chain, which is really cool. So that's what we're going to do on Friday. We're going to do a little scavenger hunt where the answer is not going to be on-chain. So
all right, hold on. Do it again for me because
sorry. I actually, as I was explaining, I was like, oh, this is not my best work for explaining things here.
There's a prize somewhere, and the prize is like you put in a password or something, and you like get the thing.
So you make a request to Chainlink node with some password, right? Chainlink node off chain knows what the password is, right? It does its little thing, then it returns in a second transaction, yes or no, and then like unlocks your prize, right? Versus traditionally, like on chain, you'd have to encrypt like your password, and then but what people could do is they could brute force, just keep trying, keep simulating, running it until it's right. So granted, depending on how you encrypt it, it could take, several, many years. But this way, it's really you can only make one attempt at a time, right? Because you have to wait for the request and the return. So we're doing something like that on Friday. It's going to be a ton of fun, and it's going to be for 3 hours. I'm not really sure how we're going to do it during the event. So I have a list of clues basically that I'm going to give the engineers, and it's just off to the races. Maybe we could sit on stream and just chat and wait for people to come back with answers or something. I don't know. But that's it. It's a set of clues. Engineers will get the clues, and they will have to solve
they get
them,
the clues, and then they'll go and find the password somewhere hidden.
They'll find the password, or they'll solve the password.
Solve the password, and then they enter that and submit it to a Chainlink node.
Yep. And the
Chainlink node will go and check is it a smart contract? And then come back and say yes or no.
Yep. And it'll unlock your NFT or whatever. Yep.
Dude.
Crazy, right? You can make some crazy stuff with smart contracts.
Who built this?
Yours truly, my friend.
Hey, baby, let's talk. I want to talk to you later. Melody is in the chat. She's messaging us on the side with dancing cats and stuff like that. So you're distracting us here, Melody. You should be hanging out, but she's not feeling great. We hope you feel better. And if you guys don't know, Melody's part of the DevRel team who's been instrumental in putting this together. Not just the YouTube session, but the hackathon has done an incredible amount of work. And she is also hilarious and has 1 billion cats or something. So we like her very much. Hope you feel better as well. Zach, what do you know about this scavenger hunt? I'm excited about this. This tweaks my curiosity. Do you know anything, or they keep you in the dark?
This is we each kind of handle our own projects. This is a Patrick specialty, so I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. I know he's done scavenger hunts like this in the past, so not too aware of it, but that sounds awesome. Did you say, are you going to put the hints for it on chain?
We'll see. You'll see on Friday.
All right.
Okay.
I'm not telling anybody.
We can't get anything else out of him, so we'll have to tune into that one.
For those in the know, what we did before was we hid passwords in docs and blogs. And one of them, in one of the blogs we wrote, it said DM Patrick, some passphrase before, some time period, which has passed, sadly. But I got 3 people who DM'd me. The first person who DM'd me, got the prize, but it was hidden on the blockchain and stuff. And hidden the blockchain, hidden the docs. And if you did it, you won an NFT, which is pretty cool.
Love it. I want to do this. I want to do this with something else. So we'll talk later. This is my hackathon project. Patrick was trying to get me earlier. Oh, we did a podcast and it hasn't been released yet. We'll release that in a little while. But we did a podcast and Patrick was nudging me to start. This is the time, Andy. You're going to learn. You're actually going to get Cody. Because one thing I wanted to talk about is you mentioned imposter syndrome earlier. And I used to say that I was not technical. And I would really limit myself. And what I meant is I'm not comfortable in a coding environment, and I'm still not. I'm not great at that. I just don't do that. But I used to say oh, I'm not technical. Well, that's not the case. I've since learned technical means a lot of different things. Do you understand how systems interrelate together at a precise level of detail? Yeah, I can understand that. Can you understand basic math, even if you can't do the calculations yourself? Yeah, you can understand how math exponentials versus multiplication works and things like that. So you can have a technical understanding and get yourself to a spot where you can do things. You can execute. You can run code. Even if you don't understand all the theory and math behind all those exponentials and private key cryptography, you can still do a lot of this stuff. So I wanted to cheers you for that, Patrick. We'll see if we get me in any of these docs at some point and actually doing it. Yeah, Melody, I did a podcast with that. You're not the only guest I have on the podcast. I have 15 episodes. Go check them out, everyone. Melody's only on one, but it's a great one. Okay, one of the other things that we have, one of the new things this year is a VC day. We still got time. Yeah, we got time. So talk a little bit about this VC day. What do you guys envision for it? What's going to happen? We've talked about this before the hackathon, about a YouTube show. We still might do that. We got to talk about that again. But what do you guys envision for this?
It's going to be nuts. Absolutely nuts. We're talking Shark Tank meets crypto. And that's basically the pitch. Hopefully that should be everything there. But basically every time Chainlink Hackathon winners win, the world goes, oh my gosh, these are the coolest projects ever, because they are, because it's the Chainlink Hackathon. For example, D-Bridge, they just raised 5.5 million. They're live right now. They're doing transactions, which is absolutely awesome. Vulcan Exchange brought on Mark Cuber as an investor. Right. Just like, and a ton of people, want to help these protocols, reach their ultimate potential, right? And these projects also want to get help getting there. And then we as a community want them to get there, because then we can get the next Aave, the next 1inch.exchange, for example. That was a hackathon project. Instadap, that was a hackathon project. I think XDAI even was a hackathon project. Don't quote me on that one though.
Wow, that'd be cool.
But yeah, right. But all these projects were hackathon projects. So, and a lot of them are looking to go to the next level once they do this. So VC Day is saying, hey, you did an amazing job at this hackathon. Now is your chance to work with a VC who can kind of help you do a lot of that other stuff that maybe you don't understand. Maybe like securing funding, maybe hiring more engineers to help you build out some piece, maybe doing some marketing to attract people to your protocol. So VC Day is really a chance for you to partner with a group to kind of exponentially grow. And that's what's going to be offered to these winning projects, and is going to be absolutely insane. And I think the whole like Shark Tank crypto, it might be kind of fun depending on how we do it as well. So
we'll see if we can pull it off. One of the things I've talked to VCs about, one of the things they do, and I've heard this on many podcasts, first things they do, if they say, okay, we're going to invest in this new startup, first thing they do is we're going to hook you up with a general counsel, a lawyer, so that you know how to structure your SAFT. Like just that basic stuff that a lot of engineers or anybody, entrepreneurs don't know how to do and don't want to do, right? Not everybody's a lawyer. So it's stuff like that. It's not just the money, of course, and investment sometimes if that happens, but those are really interesting opportunities. And part of the Chainlink Labs team and our mission is to grow the space. What better way to grow the space than if you're building a project, help you get an investor for that project, or at least make the introduction and let things happen. That's one of the most exciting things there. I got a couple of questions, I think, for Zach as well. I want to pop these up. Is it too late to join a team for the hackathon, Zach?
No. Midway check-ins coming in. So when you're in the Midway check-in, when you do check in there, you're going to want to put your team that you're taking a part of there. But until that's passed, until you've completed that, then feel free to join a team.
All right, we've got a couple of Gabes here. We've got a Gabriel who just asked this question, and now another Gabe. I just got into the stream, so missed how to get started. We will help you. But where do I start when it begins? Gabe, you're going to have to meet other Gabe and get on a team. The hackathon has begun, but registration is not over. You can start anytime and get going. So a lot of the workshops have happened live, but they're all recorded. They're all available. All the resources are still there, and we're still doing events like this to touch base with people. So Zach, where should this Gabe go first?
So I'd go ahead and go to the Hackathon homepage. So chain.link/hackathon or hack.chain.link. And, go ahead and get registered, get in there, and then jump into the Discord and see all the resources that are out there. You're in the stream, so this is a great starting point.
So Gabe and Gabe. Gabe's looking for a team. Gabrielle is looking for a team. Gabe is looking to get started. You head to the Chainlink Discord and find each other. It'll be like Sleepless in Seattle situation. Is that the right movie? Anyways, whatever. Whatever movie that is, find each other and be like, hey, we're two Gabes and we need a team. Let's get started. And then go find your other co-conspirators and start building something, because there absolutely is room. If you're not confident submitting a project, if it's been a couple of weeks, there's the welcome track. Just get started, get working with the tooling and the docs and the stuff and get familiar with that. It's a great place to start. And here's a little spoiler alert. Here's some alpha. This will not be the last Chainlink Hackathon. So if you get started on something to learn how to go, right, get your feet wet here, when spring rolls around or whenever the next one is, you'll be ready to rock on time and be ahead of the game there. So that can be a strategy as well. Pablo asks you a question, Patrick. Patrick, when can we call a node to view your tattoo?
Your timing is off by 2 weeks. So do I want to tell this story here?
Patrick, do a brief version. Patrick did a project where he got a tattoo based on, actually explain it. I can't explain it, right?
All right. So the backstory to this is I do random stuff all the time. Random stuff with blockchain because that's what I like to do. I like to do random stuff with blockchain, and hopefully it inspires and teaches things, even silly things. One of the projects that I made was a tattoo DAO called NFTat. Using it, we deployed it. We really deployed it to Polygon. We gave it a governance token. And what it was I deployed an NFT where each pixel inside the NFT was another NFT. So you could buy a pixel and then change the color. And then at the end of like a 3-week period or something, I forget what it was, whatever that NFT was, I had to get. And I staked $500 as the tattoo. And I staked $500 on it. And if I don't get the tattoo, the token holders could vote, hey, you didn't get the tattoo, you don't get your $500 back. So that money is still locked, and I still can't get it, and it is still on Polygon. The tattoo has been finished, as in like the DAO has voted it. I just need to get it. Now, I do have a bandage on my leg right now, and then that's all I'll say.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to know. Things are happening, and Patrick is not one to shy away from a commitment. I know that.
The things I do for this community. The things I do for this community.
I want to get it too.
I was talking to the guy, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like this is kind of a hard tattoo. Like, what's this for?" And I was like, "It's for a bit."
It's for a bit. They gave away some NFTs on Polygon.
Hey, the best tattoos are the ones with a story. You definitely got a story on that one you can explain.
Yep.
That is true. How about you, Zach? When are you going to do a NFT tattoo decided on by the Link community?
Well, we'll see about that. Let's see if we can like.
I said when. I said when, sir. No. All right.
We'll commit to it sometime between now and 2050.
All right, yeah, you're still young. See, I got an old body. Let's tattoo this thing up. I ain't got any time. Guys, this has been awesome. Questions have been fantastic as well. Let's wrap it up. We got a couple of things. So I got 2 questions for each of you. First, some impractical advice. What makes you feel like a super coder? Like, not like the deliverables. Like, what makes you feel like you're in the zone and like you're the super coder?
Writing good smart contract tests and then seeing those tests pass when you like run them, and like you get that script, it goes and you see the green like check marks. I'm like, yes, I hacked into the mainframe. I'm there.
There we go. See, that's practical advice. Do you have any impractical advice?
Oh, impractical
Zach?
advice.
Any like hype songs? Who let the dogs out? Some I don't
know. Listen to some like EDM techno beats. Like. Throw them on, have like 5 cans of Red Bull around you. I think that's
Classic.
all you need right there.
Classic. Patrick, impractical advice. How do you feel like a super coder?
3 a.m. still coding. Haven't slept in days. That's how.
Yeah. Don't do that. That is impractical advice.
I mean, yeah. That bad. Sorry. Were we doing practical or impractical?
No, that was impractical. It's bad advice. Don't do it. But you were correct.
Okay.
You gave the right advice. But don't do that, audience. Unless, of course, you need to. Do what you got to do.
Maybe do it at Eat Denver. Maybe. No, just kidding. Don't do that.
My impractical advice is not how to be a coder. It's how to be a writer or a streamer. Just get a microphone that makes you feel fancy. This microphone makes me feel fancy. I love it. Got a big old boom. Oh man, yeah, I like that. But it's impractical. You don't need a fancy looking mic, but makes me feel some kind of way. Okay, practical advice time. We've got this hackathon. Some people are just starting. Some people are heading to the midway point. Everybody's trying to submit. The question is, what do I do right now to succeed in this hackathon? Zach, lead us off.
I say at this point, start writing code. If you have an idea and it's rough and it's not the perfect idea, start writing it. Just like jot down some stuff on in Hard Hat and Remix, and get going. Because I think it's easy to get stuck in analysis paralysis and hackathons. I've done that before. I'm like, I want this to be my best project I've ever made, and I want the grand prize, and I want it all right now. And I think that can be a little counterproductive. And I find some of my best ideas come when I'm just in that flow state. I'm like writing something and I'm like, oh wait, I could do it this way. So I think really just getting in there and writing some code, even if it's like something really basic, like you're just kind of changing some basic boilerplate ERC20 code or forking something else that's already out there. Get writing and get implementing, and I think that'll help you get your mojo going.
Practical advice. Close this YouTube down in a minute and then start coding instantly. Patrick, practical advice. Other than that,
I really can't echo it any harder than Zach just did. So yeah, just start doing something, right? At this point, like we just said, like definitely, you know, if you haven't come up with your ideas yet, definitely check out that article, 77 use cases. Just start going, right? What I see time and time again is analysis paralysis. People are afraid someone else is going to steal their idea, and they like want to hold everything close to the chest, and they won't share it with anybody. At this stage, unless you're like, to be honest, unless you're like Elon Musk and like every idea you have makes money for some reason, the chances of someone stealing your idea is like next to nothing. Does it happen? Yes. But usually, and by usually I mean like 99.999% of the time, someone's only going to steal your idea after you're already successful, right? And by then it's like too late anyway, so who cares? So just start going. Don't relax on, oh, like I don't want to share this idea. That is really going to be how you're going to get feedback to validate if it's a good idea or not, right? So don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. Don't worry about like playing it too close to the chest. Just go. Right. And this was some of the feedback I just gave on just becoming a blockchain engineer in general, right? You're at this hackathon to learn, to try new things, to experiment. You're going to get it wrong sometimes, and that's okay. You might not be the best winner like project ever, and that's also okay because you're going to learn and you're going to be able to iterate on it and be better for next time. So yes, what Zach just said, spot on. Just start. Just start.
There's a quote that has always kicked I reference to kick myself in the ass when I need to move, and it's about writing because I'm a writer. But if you want to be a writer, there's only one thing to do, right? If you want to be a coder, if you want to be a blockchain developer, there's only one thing to do: write code. That's the only thing that makes it work. You're not thinking about it, not watching videos. I mean, that stuff helps, but like. You just got to start doing it as well.
Wait, you said the only thing it takes to be a writer is to write. I thought you said I thought you were going to say the only thing you need to do to become a blockchain developer is blockchain develop, and I thought that was going to be.
No, we know how to verb here, Patrick.
yeah, that's right. We do know how to verb. Yeah, I verb real good.
I'm gonna address a couple more comments in the chat. Yes, I am Michael Schumacher's doppelganger. I don't know why it comes up. Look this guy up. He looks exactly like me. I don't know how he is in person. I hope he's cool because he looks just like me. Hey, it's cool. Yeah, go. Can you use hard hat? Yeah. There's a whole bunch of tutorials where Patrick and Zach, look at them nodding in unison, like, they teach you how to use hard hat. Please do. Can you use soft hat? I don't think that's a thing, but that's a good joke. And now we need to find out who Zach looks like. I said Zach looks like Steven Universe. Is that the show from Adult Swim or something from back in the day? Or like Goku, Child Goku? Do you have a tail? Let's find out. Anyways,
Kid Goku.
Kid Goku.
I'll take it.
Take it. And now we got people laughing in the chat. This has just been a touch base. I wanted to know what's up with the hackathon. It sounds like things. Sounds like things are going really well, guys. Thanks for coming on and talking to us, audience. Thank you for coming on and bringing really great questions. Please join those communities. I think the Gabes have joined Discord and are finding each other right now. So hopefully they manage to submit a project. If you do, let us know because we'll chalk that up as a major win for this stream right here if that happens.
Their team name has to be two Gabes.
No, he said Gabe Squared or like
Gabe Squared. Yes. Yeah.
So they already had a team name before any started. Zach and Patrick, thank you for coming on. Melody, thank you for chipping in as well. We see you in the chats and we appreciate your efforts. Hey, everybody, like and subscribe right here. We do videos like this. We do AMAs with shows. There's developer workshops. There's whenever Sarah does a presentation, it makes its way here as well. So please subscribe to this channel to get all of those updates. We're going to start doing YouTube Shorts as well. You'll notice on your app, YouTube Shorts. We're going to start doing some of those to kind of give people a heads up on stuff. And we're doing some live events. We'll, showcase things there as well. So keep an eye out for those. Peace and love to Josh Stern, you said in the chat, and the same from us to you. Follow all of us on the crypto Twitters as well. You can find us via Smart Contract, the tweet that came out about this. So Yeah, we'll talk to you guys next time, and keep on hacking. Close this down and get coding. There's only one thing to do. Start writing. Peace.